All right. So to get this started, we are going to take this toward one-legged crow today. So this is definitely going to be a bit more of a core-intensive flow. Very much working through the back line of the body, the shoulders, the upper back, a good bit of compression, actually a good bit of twisting as well. But everything goes in a bunch of different directions. Keep in mind, this is definitely going to be more of a strength-based flow. The one-legged crow is the only demonstration that I have, and just as a review for most people. But just keep in mind, when you're moving from your regular crow to a one-legged crow, the one-legged crow is a hell of a lot harder. So just feel things out and stage this out. There's a bunch of different positions you can take this towards. So to come into the setup, you're going to bring yourself into your forward fold. So both hands down about shoulder width, grip the floor with your fingers, lift your heels, and bring the knees to the low part of your upper arms. And at least give a try shifting weight off your knees when you take this in, even if you're not going to take it all the way to the more extreme variations of the one-legged crow. But dig down to the fingertips. Keep your hips high, your head low, bring your shoulders forward, and look forward. Keep your gaze forward as you do this, and let your feet lift together, toes to touch. Pull the heels up toward your seat, and then to take it into your one-legged crow, just keep your hips high and your head low. Shift your weight to one side, and I'll cue this during the flow, but I'm going to bring my weight over to the right and lift my left knee. You can always set the knee back down if you lift and decide that's too much, or maybe you just lift and lower a couple times just to build some strength. Now, if you can keep that knee lifted, pull that second leg into the first, and you keep both knees bent. If you're going to take it even further, you can extend the leg up and back, but go slow. And keep in mind, when you're doing this, you want to get as close to vertical as you can. So more of a diagonal shape, really, with your foot going up in the air rather than straight back. Straight back is going to be much harder. It's a much more muscular variation of the position. It's possible to hold it, but it's definitely more of a pain in the ass, and you're not going to last quite as long. So just feel things out as much as you can. And again, try to keep your head down low and your hips up high as you're coming in toward that shape. And just work it to whatever degree of strength you're able to pull up as you're coming in toward the pose. And just keep all that in mind. So all that said, let's go ahead and start this out. Now I want you to bring yourself down onto your knees. Let's stretch the bottoms of the feet out to begin. So go ahead and tuck your toes. And then reach back if the pinky toe is not going to comply, and make sure it gets in line with all the rest of the toes here. And then with your toes digging into the floor, just keep your hands down for the moment. And just lift your knees and lower just a bit with your toes pressing down into the mat. And after you go back and forth a few times, just bring your knees down. And just slowly walk your hands in and bring yourself upright. And I know this position can be excruciating if you're not used to this kind of thing. So just work it as best you can and just hold on for a few breaths. You can release at any time. And then decide where you want to go with this. If you're able to settle in like this for another minute or so, just stay here. And if you need to let go of your feet, go ahead, flatten them out, or take a cross-legged seat, whatever serves you best. Go ahead, sit this up tall. So keep some engagement through the belly around the low ribs. Relax your shoulders down. Open up your palms and your lap somewhere. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing. So with the inhales, pulling as much as you can, fill up your lungs, hold on to all that breath at the top. And then when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe here. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just open your eyes. And then go ahead and bring your hands down in front of you. And whether your toes are still tucked or not, just take a moment to shake out your feet a little bit. And then once you're ready, bring yourself back into an upright seat. Now you can be on the shins with the feet flat underneath it. Take a cross-legged seat, whatever serves you best. And let's just start to move slowly from here. So with your next inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach us up high. Exhale, hands through center again. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center. Inhale, reach up high. And then with the exhale this time, pull the elbows out wide. Open up your chest and let your head fall back. Inhale, reach up again. Exhale, elbows out wide, open up. Inhale, reach up high, look forward. And with the exhale, one more time, draw the elbows out wide, open up your chest, just hold here for a moment. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just look forward, bring the hands to center, and interlace your fingers. Face your palms away from you, keep the elbows out wide. And then face the palms up toward the ceiling. Elbows still wide, shoulders pulled back. And just take this side to side. Lean over to the right, bring your gaze up high. And then back up through center. Keep the elbows bent, keep your shoulders back, look up toward the ceiling as you lean left. Bring it back through center. Lean over to the right again. Back through center to the left side. And then one more time, just come through center over to the right and hold here for a moment. Try to draw your left shoulder back, keep your gaze up high. And if you can keep your chest open, want to take it further, maybe press to your palms just a bit. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, take it the other way. Lean left. Keep your chest open. Pull the right shoulder back. Look up. And if you want to go further, maybe press to your palms, but be sure your chest is still open. Your shoulders are still back. With your next inhale, just reach the arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring the hands through center one more time. Pardon me. Come down to the floor, come into all fours. Now once you're in all fours, give yourself a moment here, move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move just a bit. I'm going to take this right into a bit of twisting, so we're going to thread the needle here. Now, we're going to set this up and keep in mind, we're going to keep moving before we settle in. So from all fours, just walk your hands forward, maybe about one hand's length to stretch this out a little bit further. And then back and forth. With an inhale, reach your right arm up high. Exhale, right arm underneath, bring that shoulder down to the floor. Press into your left hand, inhale the right arm up high. Exhale, arm underneath and bring the shoulder all the way down. Press into your left hand, inhale the right arm up high. Exhale, right arm underneath, bring that shoulder to the floor, stay down this time. And then just press in your left hand, stack that left shoulder above the right, hold your twist. And if you want to take it further with your left hand, maybe take hold of the right wrist and try to push that right hand away from you. If you want to take it further still, extend your left leg straight back. Keep it lifted, but lower the left hip to keep your hips square. And just breathe here as you're twisting. Now, if your left knee is lifted, go ahead and set it back down. Left hand comes back to the floor. Inhale, reach your right arm up high. And then with the exhale, come back down to that extended all fours, and let's take the other side. Inhale your left arm high when you're ready. Exhale, left arm underneath, bring the shoulder all the way down. Press into your right hand, inhale your left arm high. Exhale, left arm underneath, bring that shoulder down to the floor. Press into your right hand, inhale your left arm high. Exhale, left arm underneath, bring the shoulder down and stay down this time. Now stack the right shoulder above the left. Try to bring your gaze up high and hold your twist. And if you want to take it further, with your right hand, take hold of your left wrist and try to press that left hand away from you. And then if you want to take it further still, you can extend the right leg back, keep it lifted, but lower the hip to keep your hips squared. And just breathe here as you're twisting. If the right knee is lifted, set it back down. Right hand to the floor. With your next inhale, reach your left arm up high. And then with the exhale, bring that hand back down, come back to all fours. And we'll take this right into the wrist from here. So from your all fours, just look down at your hands and keep the palms facing down. Rotate your hands, fingertips out to the side, and then in toward your knees as far as you can go with both hands. Spread your fingers out wide, dig your fingertips down, press down to the floor, keep that grip, and keep your spine pressed up toward the ceiling. And as you hold this, maybe just go ahead and sway the shoulders side to side for a moment. And if you need to back off from the intensity, you can always bring the hands closer to the knees and take more weight to your legs. Now, if you want to just take this a little bit further, then come into center. Keep your spine lifted. Keep your fingertips pressing down. But then just take it back and forth and work a little bit of compression here. Bring the right knee forward to touch your right elbow or get as close as you can. And then set the knee down. Left knee to left elbow. And then come back down. Right knee to right elbow, go slow. Set the knee back down. Left knee to your left elbow again. And bring the knee to the floor. Right knee to the right elbow one more time. And then bring that knee down. Bring your left knee to your left elbow one more time. And then set it back down. And then come up onto the fingertips. And walk the hands in closer. So about one hand's length in front of the knees, maybe even closer than that. But flip your hands over. Backs of the hands down, palms up. Fingertips point toward you. Now spread your fingers out wide, press your fingertips down, keep the hands tense, keep your spine lifted. And just feel this out from here. Now you can take most of the way to the legs or maybe lean further to the hands, but go ahead, sway your shoulders lightly side to side, still with the fingertips pressing down like you're clawing down with the backs of your hands. Now if you want to take it further, still here, keep your arms straight, come into center, keep that tension in your hands with the fingertips pressing down. But then just step the right foot straight back as far as you can and try to sink the hips down low. And then bring that knee forward. Left foot straight back, just touch the toe to the floor, stay low. And bring the knee forward again. Right foot straight back, still pressing down to your fingertips. And then bring the knee forward. Left foot straight back again. And then bring the knee back down. Right foot back one more time, still pressing to the fingertips. And then set the knee. And then step your left foot back one more time. And then bring the knee back down. And then once you're ready, come up onto the fingertips down to sitting on your heels and take a moment, shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. And once the hands are ready, come back to all fours. And let's take this down into the forearms and warm things up even more. So bring the forearms down to the floor. And take this into a forearm plank. So go ahead and step your feet all the way back. And you can have the arms set up so that the forearms are parallel with the palms down, or press the palms together, whatever position helps you keep the elbows under control, keeps them shoulder width. Now as you bring your body into line, step your feet wide so they're wider than your hips, and just keep your chest facing the floor. Now if just being in this position is enough, then stay here. Use your hands, press into the floor to keep the weight distributed along the length of your forearms. And if you want to take it further, keep pressing down with your hands, but then start to move your legs. So bring your left knee forward as close as you can go to your left shoulder, and then step that left foot back. And then pull the right knee forward toward your right shoulder. Step it back again. Bring your left knee forward. Step the foot back. Bring your right knee forward, stay low. And step this back. Left knee forward again. And then step back. Bring the right knee forward. And then step back. Just a couple more rounds. Left knee forward. Step this back. Pull your right knee forward again. And then step back. Left knee forward one more time. Step this back. Right knee forward one more time. And then step back. And then go bring your knees down. And come back up onto your hands. Once you're up, take a moment here. Just move around and breathe. And then go ahead, bring your legs out from underneath you. Come to a seat. And we're set up for a variation on reverse tabletop here. So feet in front of your hips with distance to begin. Hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Now palms down, rotate your fingers to the sides, and then as far back away from you as you can, both hands. Now press into your palms, lift your seat up off the floor, and stay lifted here. And then extend your left leg forward, keep the left leg straight, and roll to the outside edge of your left foot. Now we're going to take the weight onto the left arm. So press from your left shoulder and keep your left arm straight. Bring your right hand to your chest. And we're just going to take it up and down like this. So with an inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink this down. Inhale, lift this up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up high as you can. And exhale, lower. Now inhale, press up one more time and hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting. Stack the shoulders right above the left. Just let your head fall back and breathe. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring it all the way back down. And once you're down, you shake that left hand out for a moment. But then reset for the other side. So feet hips width to start, hands behind the shoulder, shoulder width, fingertips to the sides, and then rotate your fingers as far back as you can. Now again, press into the hands and feet, lift your seat up off the floor. And this time extend your right leg forward, keep the leg straight, but roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Push from the right shoulder into your right hand, keep the weight on that arm, and bring the left hand to your chest. Now up and down on this side. With an inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink this down. Inhale, lift this up again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips. And then with the exhale, lower. Now inhale, press up one more time and hold here. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting. Let your head fall back. Just try to stack that left shoulder above the right best you can and keep breathing. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring everything back down. And once you're down, just take a moment, shake your hands out again. And then one more thing before we move on. So go ahead, cross the ankles in front of you, roll forward your hands. And we're going to work with the crow setup here. Now, not quite coming all the way into crow, but set your hands down about shoulder width distance apart, dig your fingertips down, and then go ahead, come up onto your feet and walk this forward. So we're starting this from a forward fold. Now, with your feet about hips width distance, press into toes, lift your heels, bring the knees to the lower half of your upper arms, and then look forward, lean forward. You're not going to balance this pose completely here, but we're coming close. Now, still with your fingertips digging down, keep your head forward, keep your hips up high, and just keep that tension in your hands. And as you hold this, just lift the right foot up off the floor. Hold here. And then switch it out. Bring your right foot down. Lift your left foot up off the floor. Keep the knee touching your left arm. And then set the foot. Now go ahead and lift your right foot again. Now we're going to keep switching. You've got a choice. You could set the right foot down first and then lift the left. Or you can lower the right foot and lift the left at the same time. And let's take it back and forth. So switch this out with the right foot lifted. And then switch with your left foot lifted. Switch again, right foot lifted. Switch again, left foot lifted. Switch again, lift the right foot. Switch again, lift the left. Couple more times, switch and lift the right. Switch and lift the left. One more round, switch and lift the right. Switch and lift the left. And then go set your left foot down, bring your knees back down. And then from all fours, just take a moment here to breathe. Now you can just stay here and breathe, take another stretch before we move on, or maybe just move around. But whenever you're ready, go ahead, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. Now once you find your down dog, give yourself a moment, feel things out, just pedal out and breathe. And then take a look at how you set things up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart, flatten your palms. And you want to feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs, keep in mind. Sink your chest down low, and as your chest sinks down, press your hips up as high toward the ceiling as you can. So try to keep one long line in the upper body from the wrist creases through to the hips. Tense up through your belly, round your low ribs, and extend your spine longer to press the hips up higher and reach up toward the ceiling. And if your legs are tight, go ahead, let that go. You can always bend your knees, or just pedal out, let your hips move side to side and stay loose. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round. And just let everything go long and loose here and let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You could reach to opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then once you're ready from here, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin. And just restack your spine. So slowly roll this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. When you're ready with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. So hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly. And then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor to your shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat, step it back to high plank. Now find your shape, wrists the shoulders, palms press to the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and stay lifted like this. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides and lower with control. All the way down into your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And then we'll take this up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, peel this up again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time and just stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in the upper body, pressing your feet. Take some all the way out of your hands. Elbows at your side, draw the shoulders back, keep your gaze forward. And then work to lift this up a little bit higher still. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, roll back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides, press the palms down to the floor. And let's take this into upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stand the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active, work to lift your knees up from the mat. Take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes, pull the hips forward to deepen and lengthen the arc. Now lift with the arms, but lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long, keep your chest pulling forward. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, pull your belly in. Hips up, paddle down dog. Paddle out. Let your hips move side to side. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And open up to a scorpion dog right away. Bend the right knee, hang your right foot left, and just twist your body as much as you can in the shape. With your next inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Now inhale the right leg high. Exhale, forward, knee to left elbow. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow, and hold here. Stay lifted around your spine. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set the right foot down behind the right wrist. And bring the left foot forward behind the left. Now we're taking this to a deep chair squat. Keep your feet wide, keep them parallel, keep your heels down. But bend your knees, bring your hips down low, thighs toward parallel with the floor. Look forward, reach your arms straight back. And we'll take it up and down. With an inhale, come up all the way. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, all the way up again. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, down one more time. Inhale all the way up, stay lifted, this time stay reaching. Now as you hold this, put the weight to your left foot, lift your right knee, and just give yourself a moment. Find your balance, dig your left big toe down. Now once you're stable, left hand to your hip, right hand to the right knee, and see about pulling that knee up high, draw it in close. Now just keep your gaze forward, keep your balance. If you can go further, go ahead, bend your left knee and start to lean back, maybe bring your gaze up high. And if you want to go further still, you can reach that left arm up and back. Maybe go further, right hand to the right big toe. Now if you have that grip, just pull the knee higher or extend the leg forward and up, but you're still leaning. Keep breathing here. Now still balancing, take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly just come upright, hands to your hips, right knee lifted. And switch this out, set the right foot down. Bring yourself to standing with your left knee high. Now once you're ready from here, just take a moment to breathe. And then we're going to take a half bind. So bring the right arm behind your back, palm facing me. Bring that hand all the way to the left side. And then your left hand meets the right. Now keep your shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. And we're going to take this back and forth from here to warrior three. So keep just a little bend in your right knee. And then hinge from the right hip. Now as you hinge forward, extend your left leg straight back, bring yourself into line. Maybe come down toward parallel with the floor. And then just take it slow. Bring yourself back up. Left knee high, still balancing. Keep your gaze forward, shoulders back, hinge forward again. Extend that left leg back, take this to where you can, maybe toward halfway down. And then back to vertical, back to standing with your left knee high. One more time, hinge forward from that right hip. Keep a little bend in the knee to start. Extend your left leg back, now hold here, keep your lifted body in line. Lower your left hip so your hips are still squared, keep your gaze forward, keep breathing. And as you hold this, start to bend into the right knee, sink down, take it slow. And then just slowly set the left foot down. Bring yourself upright and find a high lunge stance here. So deep bend of the right knee, left leg towards straight. And get, seems like we're going to fall down. Give yourself a moment to set this up. So deep into the right knee, left hip forward, right hip back. Your hips are still squared, the shoulders pulled back. And just keep your spine tall. We'll take this into the back leg. So take an inhale. And with the exhale, just dip the left knee down low. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, lower the knee. Inhale, lift back up. And then exhale, lower one more time. Now just hover the knee above the floor. Stay tall through your spine, shoulders pull back. And then go set the left knee down and flatten the left foot behind you. Now everything stacks so vertical from the left knee up. Press into the right foot, kick into left, keep your spine tall. With an inhale, just reach your left arm high. And with the exhale, move into twist. Left arm past your right thigh. Now use the bound right arm to pull the right shoulder back. Now look back over that right shoulder. Left arm presses into the right leg. Now just breathe here. Now I want you to hold on to your twist and keep your chest open to the right. But go ahead and release the arms. Reach them out wide and bring your arms in line. You're still looking back over that right shoulder. Now kick into the left foot, press down into the right. And as you hold your twist, keep the arms in line. And then lean back. Reach that right hand toward your left heel. Maybe you touch it, maybe not. And then come back up to vertical. Your chest is still open to the right. Again, lean this back. Arms are still reaching. Right hand toward your left heel. Bring yourself back upright and keep your twist. One more time. Lean back, keep the arms in line. Right hand toward the left heel. Try to touch it if you can. And just keep looking back over that right shoulder. Keep breathing with this. Now with your next inhale, turn to center, arms up high. And with the exhale, bring the hands through heart center and then twist like this. Left elbow outside the right thigh. Now press the elbow to the thigh. Press the palms together. Look back over the right shoulder. And if this is good enough, stay here. But if you can go deeper, go ahead, bend your right knee, start to sink the hips down. Pull that left hip low and forward. If you can take it further, still keep your twist, but kick into the left foot. Maybe just hover the left knee just up off the floor. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release this. Both hands down around the right foot. Tuck the toes of your left foot. Lift your left knee, low lunge. From here, we're going to take it to a dancer's bridge. Now the left hand's your base. Roll to the outside of your left foot. And step the right foot behind your left leg. Sink down. With an inhale, press your hips up high and reach your right arm. Now stay lifted. Keep your glutes squeezing. And just breathe here. You can stack the shoulders right over the left like side plank. Or maybe more of a back bend, opening your chest toward the ceiling. But keep your hips pressing high. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, sink straight down. Right hand comes forward, right foot comes forward, and then step the left foot forward as well. From your fold, take an inhale, lift this up halfway. With the exhale, set your hands, we'll take it to crow. So palms down, grip the floor with your fingers, lift your heels up, and bring the knees to touch your arms, lower half. Now look forward, lean forward, just take it slow. And then start to lean. Now keep your gaze forward, keep your hips up high, let the feet lift together, toes to touch, pull the heels up toward your seat. Now to move toward that one-legged crow, just take it step by step. Start to shift your weight left. See about lifting the right knee. Maybe squeeze the right leg into the left, and maybe extend that right leg up and back, hips still high. And then when you're ready, however you like, take it through your Vinyasa. And we'll meet in down dog. Once you find your down dog, give yourself a moment, paddle out. And we'll take all that to the other side. When you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high. And open up to your scorpion dog right away. Bend your left knee, hang your left foot right, and twist your body as much as you can in the shape. Keep breathing. With your next inhale, straighten that left leg through like a dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale forward, knee to right elbow. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow, hold here, stay forward. And take an inhale. With the exhale, set the left foot down behind your left wrist and step the right foot forward behind the right. Now keep your feet wide, keep your feet flat, heels down. Bend your knees, bring your hips down low, look forward, deep chair squat, reach your arms straight back. And we'll take this up and down. Inhale, come up all the way. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale all the way up again. Exhale, lower. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale up one more time and hold here. Now keep reaching through both hands, put the weight to the right foot, and bring yourself up to standing with your left knee high. Now slow your breathing down, press into the right big toe. When you're ready, go ahead, bring your hands to your hips. And then with your left hand, take hold of the left knee and bring that knee up high, pull it in close. Now, if you want to go further, start to lean back, maybe put a little bit on the right knee, maybe bring your gaze up high. And if you want to take it further, you can reach that right arm up and back. Further still, left arm inside the left leg, find the big toe. Now, if you have that grip, you can pull the knee higher or extend the leg up and forward, but still leaning. Keep breathing here. Now, still balancing, take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly come back upright. Left knee lifted for a moment, hands to your hips. Let's see if I can hold on to that. And switch it out. Set your left foot down. Bring yourself to standing with your right knee high. Now, once you got your balance, let's go ahead and bind this. Left arm crosses your low back, palm facing away. At the right side, right hand meets the left. Palms together, fingers in the shoulders pull back. Keep your chest open. And let's take it back and forth from here to a warrior three. So just put a little bit on the left knee. Hinge from the left hip, extend your right leg back, come down toward halfway. And then just take it slow. Bring yourself back upright. With your right knee high, keep your gaze forward. Hinge from the left hip. Extend the right leg back, bring your lifted body into line, and then bring it back up to vertical. Right knee high. One more time, hinge from your left hip. Extend the right leg back, keep your gaze forward, hold here. Now with everything in line, try to lower that right hip so your hips are squared. Keep your gaze forward, keep breathing. And then start to slowly bend into that left knee, sink down. And just take your time. Put the right foot down on the floor. Bring yourself up to your high lunge stance. Oh, I could do that without an event here. All right. Deep in left knee, right leg towards straight. Hips are squared. Right hip forward, left hip back. Keep your spine tall, shoulders back. And then take this into the back leg. So dip the right knee down low. And then come back up. Right knee down again. And then come back up. Sink into your right knee. Bring it back up. And then take the right knee down low. And come back up. One more time, dip into the right knee and stay low this time. Shoulders pull back, just hover the knee, keep breathing. And then go ahead, set that knee down and flatten the right foot behind you. Now everything stacks are vertical from the right knee up. Kick into the right foot, press down into the left. With an inhale, reach your right arm high. And with the exhale, stay vertical but move into your twist. Right arm reaches past your left thigh. Now pull your left shoulder back and look back over your left shoulder. Stay tall through your spine. And just breathe here as you're twisting. Now as you hold your twist, keep your gaze back but release the arms. Reach us out wide. Bring the arms into line. Now hold on to this. Kick into the right foot, press into the left. And as you're reaching, as you twisted, start to lean this back. Left hand reaching toward your right heel. Just take it to where you can. And then bring yourself back upright. Keep the twist and keep your arms in line. Again, lean back. Left hand reaching forward that right heel. Stay open to the side as you come back up. One more time. Keep that twist. But lean back, left hand toward the right heel, right arm still reaching, your chest is still open to the side. Keep breathing. With your next inhale, turn to center, reach up high. And then with the exhale, hands through heart center, take the other twist, right elbow past your left thigh this time. Now press the palms together, press that elbow to your thigh. Look back over your left shoulder. This is good enough here, keep your twist. If you're going to go further, bend your left knee, pull that right hip down and forward. Lengthen the front of the right side, and if you want to take that deeper, you can kick into the right foot and maybe hover the right knee up off the floor. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, release this. Both hands down around the left foot. Tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee, low lunge. From here to dancer's bridge, right hand's your base. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot, left foot steps behind your right leg, sink this down. With an inhale, press your hips up high, reach your left arm. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting, and just breathe here. Again, you can stack the shoulders or open your chest toward the ceiling more like a back bend, whatever works best for you here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, sink straight down. Left hand forward, step your left foot forward, and bring the right foot forward as well. Now from your forward fold, take an inhale, lift it up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands, let's take it back to crow. Palms down, grip the floor with your fingers. Lift your heels up and bring the knees to the lower half of the upper arms. Now look forward, lean forward, hips high, head forward, shoulders forward. Keep your grip. And as you lean, let the feet lift together, toes to touch, pull the heels up toward your seat, bring everything in close. Now to take it toward that one-legged crow, lean your weight right. See about lifting your left knee. Maybe squeeze your legs together. And maybe extend that left leg up and back. Take it to where you can here. And then as you're ready, take it through your Vinyasa again. Once you find your down dog, just paddle out and breathe here for a moment. When you're ready, take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, bring your knees down to the floor. We're going to take this into camel. Now, once you set your knees down, keep them about hips width distance apart. It's about one hand's distance between your thighs. And I always do this with my feet flat behind me. You can tuck your toes if you prefer. But bring yourself upright so everything stacks so vertical from the knees on up. Now, hands to your hips. Press your feet into the floor. Squeeze your glutes and press your hips forward. And you can have your hands higher or maybe lower. Just be sure you're pulling the elbows toward each other and keeping your shoulders drawn back. Now, wherever you settle into this, walk your gaze up the front wall when you're ready. Find the point of the ceiling directly above you. Just check in. Hips are still forward, feet pressing down. Release your shoulders toward the floor. Now, there's a few ways you can go with this. Now, if you want to take it deeper, you can walk your gaze along the ceiling. Maybe reach your hands back for your heels. And if you find that shape, be sure you're holding that tension with the hips still pressing forward. If you want to make this more active, you can bring your gaze toward the back wall, and then maybe start reaching your arms back. Now, if you're going to reach back, just take it slow. You can always keep your elbows bent, keep your hips pressed forward. And as far as you take this, work to lengthen your spine as you go deeper into the bend. Keep breathing here. Now, from wherever you are, reel it all back in. Walk your gaze along the ceiling, find the front wall. And then come down to sitting on your heels for a moment. Now, let's take a few breaths and check in. If you're seeing spots, don't go anywhere too soon. If you're ready to move on, bring your hands down to the floor and come down onto your belly. We're going to take this into a floor bow. So once you bring this down, just bring your chin down to the mat and then lay the arms down at your sides. Now go ahead, bend into both knees and then reach back with both hands. Now find whatever grip you can, the feet, the ankles, maybe the shins. And if the grip's not going to happen, just keep on reaching. And you're going to work to engage your glutes to help lift the knees and just reach the arms back as best you can. Now when you're ready here with an inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest and look forward. Now squeeze your glutes. And if you don't have that grip, just keep reaching, work to lift your knees. But if you have the grip, kick into your hands. Now as you kick into the hands, draw the shoulders forward to bring your knees up higher. As the knees lift, squeeze them toward each other, not too much outside hips width. Now bring the weight forward toward your belly. Keep your chest pulling forward. And just breathe here. And you're basically doing camel on your belly right now, keep in mind. When you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly bring everything down. Arms to your sides. You can keep your knees bent and windshield wipe your legs side to side if you like. And then once you're ready, to set your feet down. Now hands underneath the shoulders. Pull your belly in, press us up to all fours. Tuck the toes, bring your hips up high, come into down dog. And then we'll take this into half pigeon. So when you're ready with an inhale, raise the right leg high. With the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Go ahead, bring your left knee down, flatten your left foot behind you. And pull that left hip forward. Keep your hips squared to the front. Sink your weight straight down. And look for at least some of that stretch on the right side, outer hip or toward the glutes. Now, you can just hold here and just stay upright. If you want to go deeper to extension, you can take one of the back bends. If you want to relax, you can melt this down, maybe come down to the elbows, maybe come down all the way. Just take it to where you need to right now. Now from here, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. We're going to take another pose. So once you're ready, just lower yourself to the right hip, swing your left leg forward. We're going to take a seated twist. We'll take Lord of the Fishes. So go ahead, bring the right heel outside to your left hip, step the left foot outside your right thigh, and give yourself a moment to bring both sit bones down. Now if this is too much and your hips are tight, you can also do this with the right leg extended and the left leg crossed. Now either way, set your left hand down behind you. Inhale the right arm up high. And then with the exhale, bring the right elbow down past your left thigh. Now sit this up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your left shoulder. Use your right arm, press into your left leg, and breathe as deeply as you can here as you're twisting. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring both hands to the right side and just open your chest to the right for a moment. And then turn back to center. Hands behind, lean back, untangle the legs. Just cross the ankles, roll forward your hands, step back to down dog. And we'll take all that on the other side. Now once you're ready here, with an inhale, raise your left leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle somewhere behind the right. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Pull the right hip forward, keep it in line with the left, and sink your weight straight down. And look for at least some of that stretch on the left side, out of the left hip toward the glutes. Now again, for me, just take it to where you like. Maybe stay extended like this. Maybe go deeper toward the back bend. You can come down to the elbows. You can melt this down all the way, whatever you did on the other side. All right, and then again from here, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. When you're ready, lower your left hip, swing your right leg forward this time. Let's move into that twist. Left heel outside the right hip, right foot steps outside your left thigh. And again, just take a moment to get both sit bones down. You can also extend your left leg if you need to. Once you're ready, right hand sits down behind you. Inhale your left arm high. And with the exhale, bring the left elbow down past your right thigh. Now again, sit this up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your right shoulder and use your left arm, press into the right leg. Keep breathing as deeply as you can to go further into the twist. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bring both hands to your left side and lightly open your chest up to the left. And then once you're ready, just turn back to center, hands behind, lean back, untangle the legs, and come all the way down onto your back. Now once you're down, draw your knees in close, squeeze everything in for a moment. Let's take this to happy baby. Go ahead, reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. And once you got that grip, stack the ankles above your knees, pull down on both sides, and try to bring the knees down toward the floor outside your ribs. Now as you're pulling down, press back up and try to flatten your spine, sink your tailbone down low to the floor. If you can take it further, you can rock this a little bit side to side. And then maybe go further still if you want. You can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here, drop down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release, extend your legs out, falling. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat for a moment. Now when you're ready, here start to move again bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. And then take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And draw everything back in. Bring the elbows toward your chest. Pull your knees up as well. And just take your time. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat. Stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale here. Hold on to at the top. And just let everything go. I thank you for doing in class. Namaste.